Go ahead. Tell me I don't have the coolest job in the world. I love that piece. Thank you very much for coming out to our spring concert this year of 2013. I very much appreciate you giving up your Wednesday night to come and support your young musicians. As you can hear, they've been working long, they've been working hard on this concert, and they sound pretty darn good. 2 years ago, I was looking for music to play on JW Pepper, which is the website that music teachers use to find their stuff. And I found a piece called Winter on Emerald Bay. And I thought to myself, Emerald Bay, I wonder if that's the Emerald Bay. And so I got the piece, I bought the piece, and we read it down, and it was a fantastic piece. Big, glorious trumpet fanfares, really fun stuff. And we took it down to the Heritage Festival in Anaheim, and thought no more of it. And then last year, one of my great band parents, Kathy Campion, came to me and says, "You're not going to believe it, I found the mother of the person who wrote Winter on Emerald Bay. She's in my knitting group." And so, to make a long story short, I got in touch with the composer of that piece and found more of his works. And I begged and pleaded, and he's most graciously come to Tahoe, and he is here tonight, and we are going to perform 2 of his pieces. The band is going to perform one of his next. It's called Triangle for a Tempest by Alan Lee Silva. where are you? We'll hear a little bit more from Alan in a moment. But I think it is important at this point to turn to more serious and unfortunate matters. We, the band, and I would like to show our support and love for the victims of the tragedy in Boston. So before our next piece, if you would please join us in a brief moment of silence. not going to conduct this next piece. We are fortunate enough to have the man who wrote the next piece. He's going to come up and actually conduct it. So you get to hear it directly from the source, as they say. This is very, very exciting for us up on stage. It's very exciting for you guys too. And Mr. Alan Lee Silva was gracious enough to come up, and during his vacation to Tahoe, he gave up some hours of his free time here and came and worked on Monday with the band, and came in on Tuesday, yesterday, and worked with the orchestra, and kind of gave them some tips and told them what he thought. And he very graciously agreed to come up and conduct his own piece, The Sprint. Would you please welcome to the stage Mr. Alan Lee Silva.
Thank you very much. First of all, I'd like to thank Casson for making me feel so welcome. And I really want to acknowledge the fine musicians that you've been hearing. It takes a lot of commitment and dedication from a lot of people, and them primarily, but of course you as the parents and the supporters of them. It's really incredible. And you know, I don't often get business requests from my mother. In fact, I never do. But she said, you know, Alan, I think there's a band at the Tahoe is playing some of your music. You gotta check this out. They sound great. And you know, it took a while for me to be able to get up here. I work as a composer and arranger and orchestrator in Los Angeles, but I was able to come here and visit and be able to work with the players for a little bit on Monday and Tuesday, and it's been quite a treat for me. So I would just like to acknowledge everybody's wonderful work, and the facility is incredible. I had no idea, and really, it's something to be proud of. And so, without further ado, we'll play.
Just one more hand for the composer. We're going tomorrow in much less than 12 hours. This ensemble here is getting on a bus and driving down to Anaheim to participate in the Forum Music Festival, at which we will perform pieces before very highly qualified and well-respected judges who will give us a ranking and who will give us comments. And this is the first time that the orchestra has gone down to Southern California for a festival by themselves. And so I feel this is the orchestra to do it, because they're very fine players. And our next piece is a solo piece. It's a theme from the movie Schindler's List, and it is featuring on violin Mr. Leighton Cook. This last one, shepherds say, it's just for fun. We're not taking it with us tomorrow, but we are going to, well, we're going to play it for you right now. It's a good one. Same deal after this. Quick refresher, go outside, take a breath of fresh air, come on back, support Papa by buying something or donating, and come back for the jazz band. They're going to play 4 charts, and it's going to be pretty loud and pretty fun. So come on back after about 10 minutes. you had Rose Campion on trombone. And you heard a little bit briefly from Alan Marshak on the piano. Oh yeah, and then at the end, Josh Johnson did something. He's back there. The next one is actually going to feature young Mr. Joseph Robles on the we made him dress up all nice for the occasion. Doesn't he look handsome? They want to look at you. Get this out of the way. All right. Okay, while we switch our rhythm section around, another hand for Joseph. In the music library here, we have lots of music from way back when South Tahoe High School first began collecting music. And a lot of the stuff we have is actually the original professional versions of these really hard jazz charts. And you know, I looked around in there for In a Mellow Tone. you know, the high school version, couldn't find one. So we're going to play the professional version for you.
trumpet solo. You heard from Tanner Judge
taking a whole bunch of drum solos. Saxophone section, stand up for an awesome solo. Okay, now we've reached the last number, but before we get there, I got some thank yous to make. Some serious thank yous. First of all, thanks to the two ensembles that performed in the intermission, to give the folks who stuck around a little bit of something to listen to. The first one you heard from was the South Tahoe High School Brass Ensemble, led by Rose Campion. The second one you heard was the Saxophone Ensemble, led by Joseph Robles. And when I say they are student-led, that means I have nothing to do with them, really. They run every sectional, or they run every rehearsal at lunch on their own time, so I'm very impressed with those guys. I also would like to please maybe bring the house lights up real quick so that we can see some folks here in the house. And we need to see if our superintendent, Dr. Tarwater, would stand along with all of the board members who are in attendance. Please stand and be recognized. They do an amazing job. We are so fortunate in our district to have the support that we have. It is not everywhere. I'll say it every concert I go to because I pinch myself on a daily basis that I have this to play with and the support from on high. So we do not take it for granted. Also, two of our music teachers in the district couldn't be here tonight. But one could. Linda Keurig is here. If you could stand, please. May 17th is the retirement party for Mrs. Keurig and for J.J. Claus. We're going to be hosting, it's one of probably many celebrations of them. But it's the high school. Bob Grant and I are putting this on. We're going to have the ensembles play, and then we're going to do some speeches. So please come on up on Friday, May 17th at the gym, and we'll have a good time. Last number. Since we're going to Forum Festival tomorrow, and that is part of that is going to the recording studios at Disneyland. We are going to end with a little Disney tune from The Jungle Book. Please enjoy.
Oh, nice.
Thank you all for coming, and have a good night. Orchestra, I will see you bright and early. Bring everything you have. Thanks again, folks. Have a good night.